today, from NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Week 9 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Tyrod Taylor and the Houston Texans taking on Trevor Lawrence and the Jacksonville Jaguars.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room. And we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They already have as many wins in the second half as they did in the first half, and we're just starting the second half at number 0.
And I know some of their fans are already starting to look forward to the draft, but I still think this team has a chance to win some games down the stretch.
And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the number 1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
last week's game.
Good. 4 touchdowns, 1 pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you got to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right, I think the ratio is pretty good. He'll try to eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big play there on the catch and run.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage.
And oh, his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans say they have it. They do. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. They'll have the speedy Tyrod Taylor calling the shots, the former Virginia Tech Hokie.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. McCaffrey last week, 11 carries, 62 yards.
Well, he's the number 2 runner in the league, and you just know the offensive line wants to get him to number 1 because most of the good ball carriers, they take care of their linemen. Could be a gold watch in their future if he becomes the leading rusher.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a first down here at about the 40.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Taylor. The eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This will be from 56 yards out, and his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was hoping for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands. And
there he goes, left side. 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk with touchdown number 8. The year, and the Jaguars have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. 1 play, 75 yards, 6 points. On the return, Tremont Smith. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. So now we get set to see Houston for their 2nd drive of the ball game. Now they come into this one with an 0-8 record. The playoffs obviously out the window weeks ago. For now, their season boils down really to one question. How do we come up with that first win?
It's a great question, and I do think that they'll get it because they've been close a few times. But in order to get it done, morale has to stay high, so a lot of that goes on the coaching staff. You know, easy to coach when you're 7-1. That's a piece of cake. But with their record right now, how do they manage to keep these guys going in the right direction? And they're going to need some help from some of those veterans in the locker room as well.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now it's Taylor. And that is incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. It's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. No move to pull the offense. Taylor's going to go. They're going on 4th down. It's Taylor. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space, the big guys leading the way.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Well, this defense for the Jags, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. That'll bring up fourth down. They wind up getting 8 yards, but they needed more than that.
And that doesn't have to gain big yardage to be an impactful play, because if you get those pass rushers second-guessing themselves that they might get hit with a screen, maybe you can wind up slowing them down just a step. And if you do that, that's a win for that play.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
That was fourth and what we would call long in that situation, wasn't it? That wasn't fourth and inches, was it?
No, I mean, you get in those situations, 4th and 3, 4th and 4, that's a lot to, what would you say, a lot of pizza left in that box.
It certainly is. Not everyone dove in on that one. In today's NFL, this is a passing down, all right? This is not a running down. That takes a lot of guts to call that play and even better execution. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
Now Taylor on first down, rolling to his right. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And this play goes nowhere, losing yardage back to the 15. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down. Out of the gun, it's Taylor. They'll roll him out right. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Steps away. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays. They've given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Etienne able to evade the tackle, but then quickly brought down just outside the 5. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Lawrence to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And a productive gain out to the 14 after starting at the 7. It's a gain of 7. Lawrence on third down. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive there only spanning 3 plays, and it culminates in a Jags touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The football going back over now to the Houston Texans. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, That mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Taylor dancing to his left, and he'll just get rid of it.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Taylor. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Running out of the gun with Etienne. Open space inside the 10, and he gets it all the way down to the 3. He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
Etienne going to be stopped before he can get moving forward as he'll lose a couple back to the 5-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Here, and I believe one of the Jaguar linemen might have moved. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Lawrence looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't it?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. From the gun, it's Lawrence. Touchdown, Jaguars. Calvin Ridley. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it results in a touchdown for Jacksonville. Taken at the goal line. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got a fight for it, and this is caught. What a catch. A big play that time through the air. 36 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. To throw is Taylor. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. To throw again is Taylor. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. 4th down, here's Taylor. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on down.
Now, you know I don't often have sympathy for quarterbacks, but in this situation, I don't know what else he could do. 4th down, so he can't just throw the ball away. He's got to find a way to try and make a play, but the pressure ended up getting to him.
Pressure got to him. Really big sack and a turnover here on downs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Malik Collins. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Throwing on 2nd and long. Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. A big connection on that one. 37 yards. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Lutz with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Now Taylor to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Taylor. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Taylor. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's Taylor. Oh, he'll take a shot from McCaffrey downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked by Tracy Walker. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. Lawrence, now this is ETN on the draw. Despite the strong run, he'll be hit and dropped shy of the 45. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguar. An abbreviated halftime show as we get rolling to quarter 3. The Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Taylor now gears up to lead his offense again. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, well, get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned,
Taylor hit. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to take possession of the football inside the 15 at the 14-yard line. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Following the fumble recovery, Lawrence got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, his second touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Jags take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
They go play action with Taylor. On the move to his left. Well, it's a shuffle pass, and it's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Taylor. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Taylor will throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Taylor. And Taylor will slide to a halt with a 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll throw on 1st down with Taylor. And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Taylor incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Taylor. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. They go play action now. Taylor. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Josh Allen able to record his 5th sack of the season. 2nd and 16. Another try after the 1st down sack. Taylor flushed out right. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jaguars are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Lawrence to throw. And this is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
And that will be incomplete. They don't get the hook. But you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
We'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at about the 28. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. From the shotgun, Lawrence, quick slant caught by Kirk. The 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Christian Kirk, 64 yards. And the Jaguars are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. One-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Here's Smith to return it. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out comes Houston. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. And now Matthews couldn't really tell what happened there defensively, but he's still down. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 45 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on 3rd down.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Pierce, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front. Because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. And this is going to be incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Mills on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And down inside. 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action now. Mills toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Mills. Steps away to his left. And he will slide down, but a penalty marker down as well. And it looks like this is going to be all for naught. Orlando Brown, the former Raven, the guilty party. Now after the holding call, here's 2nd and 20. Again, it's Mills. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Mills from the gun on 3rd down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same.
And now a fumble. The ball's out, and the Jags grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. Now ETN to start the drive. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. We'll check on his status when we get back. On 2nd down, ETN once more. A 1st down and more, ETN. And they will finally get him to the ground at the Texans' 31-yard line. It's a big play for the Jaguars. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Lawrence going to get this to ETN. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll run with ETN. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. So another score there. And often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. Here's Smith to return it. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. To be frank, you really have to feel for them. This is appearing to not be their week yet again. So another loss in the cards as they trail big in quarter number 4. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. To throw again on 2nd down. Mills. Now he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the Jags are going to take over here up near the 40. Yet another mistake after the interception there. And, gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, that hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. On third down, here's Etienne. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. That'll bring up fourth down after back-to-back-to-back 3-yard pickups. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Jaguars, they level their mark at 4-4 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Kansas City Chiefs. Meanwhile, for the Texans, it's another week, another loss, as they fall now to 0-9. And they're going to get an extra week to stew over this, as they're not back in action